I've just got a craving for some cake, and I was like, right, what have I got in the kitchen? This ain't no fancy YouTube cooking station, you know. There's dirty washing up on the side, and I'm just using what I got in the cupboard. Don't have any self-raising flour, so just using some plain flour with some baking powder, some leftover minced meat from Christmas that you put in mince pies. But you could use a bit of dried fruit if you didn't have any leftover minced meat, because maybe you haven't got any of that left over. Some cake cases. Got these flaked almonds, so I thought I'd put those on top. And the sugar I've got is Demerara. I've got some eggs in the fridge and a bit of butter on the side. So yeah, just gonna put that together and see what comes out. I'm gonna just weigh out the ingredients and see what this video looks like, and then see if I do any more or not. Right, as the first video didn't look too bad, I thought I'd just carry on with making these cakes. I'm going to put the oven on now, preheat that to 180, and just check my shelves aren't too far apart. Yeah, so that's on 180C. I've got my cake tin all lined with the little papers. And I've got another little cake tin just in case I have a bit of extra mixture. Right, so we've got the butter weighed out. This is proper local butter to me. It's really, really good. If you can't have butter, you can use like whatever spread you've got in the fridge. But personally, love butter. I've put the baking powder, sorry, we'll get the baking powder in with the flour. This is because I didn't have self-raising flour. If you've got self-raising flour, just use that and don't worry about this bit. If you don't, use the baking powder, and this is 3 teaspoons to 8 ounces of plain flour. I've just got 4 ounces in here, so obviously I just used 1.5 teaspoons of baking powder. And I've got my sugar weighed out. So the mix that I've done, and this is a really good easy cake mix to remember, is if you've got 2 eggs, it's double of everything else. So then it's 4 ounces of butter, sugar, flour. Or if you've got 3 eggs, then it's 6 of everything. 4 eggs, it's 8 ounces of everything. So it's just a really handy. It's what my mum taught me. So I've just got this cake recipe in my head. So I know if I've got however many eggs I've got, I know what I've got of everything else. You can tell these are really good eggs because of how orange the yolks are. Really recommend local good quality eggs. So yeah, I'm just going to put everything in with the butter. I'm just using the all-in-one mix it together method. I'm not creaming anything beforehand, I'm just chucking it all in. If you're using butter, make sure you've got it to room temperature, or soften it a bit in the microwave just so it's not really hard. You can mix all of this by hand. I'm going to get my electric whisk out just because that's just a bit easier for me, and I just that's what I fancy doing today. So I'll just show you. It's literally you just chuck everything in the bowl. And yeah, give it a really good mix. I'm going to get my electric whisk out now. I'll come back on once I've done that because it'll probably be a bit noisy. So yours should look a bit like this if you're cooking along. Just nice and creamy. Now I'm going to add my mincemeat now. I just do this by eye. I don't bother weighing it out. I haven't actually done this before. It was just these are the ingredients that I had, and I've just done this before. I've made a basic sponge and then just chucked in whatever I've got. So sometimes it's chocolate chips or a bit of dried fruit or some nuts. Just whatever I have. So today it's mincemeat. Because I've got sort of this much mix, I'm probably going to do a good 2 tablespoons of mincemeat, maybe a bit more. I'm just going to try it and see what it looks like. This is homemade mincemeat. You can use shop bought. Smells like Christmas. It's lovely that. So yeah, we're just going to put in a good helping of that. Good spoonful, maybe one more. Yeah, you know it's going to be good. And yeah, we'll just give that a little mix in. And then yeah, we'll see if we need a bit more. I think I might, you know, because yeah, I just do love a nice rich cake. So we'll put another good spoon of that in. I reckon that'll do us. There we go. So that's turned the mixture sort of a bit more of a nice brown colour. It smells so nice now. It smells delicious. And you see you've just got a good distribution of the fruit in there. So that's what you're looking for with any add-in. Just how much of it do you want in there? You know, you might want a little less or a bit more. But yeah, I'm happy with that. So that's what we're going to go for. So now we're just going to fill up the cases here, and you just sort of you just want a good spoonful really, depending on how big your cases are. You want them about 3/4 full, because you don't want them getting too full, otherwise they'd be sort of coming over the edge in the oven. I probably won't film all of this because that'll be a bit boring for you to watch. But yeah, just a good spoon in, but make sure you've got some room at the top of the case, because obviously the cake's going to rise and yeah, be a mess otherwise. Right, we've got the all the pastry cases filled up now. As you can see, about 3/4 full. They've got plenty of room to spread out and rise. I also put some sliced almonds on the tops of mine, just because I had some and I just thought, oh, that might go nice. If you don't have almonds or they're not your thing, just don't worry about it, just leave them plain. I had a bit of extra mix left, so I got this very handy little mini cake tin, and it's also quite nice because it's a heart, so then when my partner comes in it's like, oh, I made you a little love cake. So yeah, if you fancy being a bit romantic, it's great to have a little tiny heart-shaped cake tin in. It's also good as well if you just want to make a little tiny cake for yourself. It's just a 1 egg mix, so 1 egg and then 2 ounces of sugar, 2 ounces of flour, 2 ounces of butter, and then you can have yourself a little cake for the afternoon. Cool, so I'm going to put these in the oven now. That's all nicely preheated. They're going to be about 18 to 20 minutes, but just keep an eye on them. When they get to like 15 minutes, make sure you're having a check on them. So yeah, we'll get those in. So it's 2:15 now, so I'm going to check these at past, and yeah, I'll come back once they're looking done. Oh, just forgot as well, while they're in the oven, make the most of licking out this bowl and yeah, any cooking utensils, because I don't know if you used to do this as a kid, but me and my sister, when Mum had done some baking, we were always allowed to share the bowl and the wooden spoon. So yeah, enjoy. It's really good. Well, I just checked the cakes. They've been in for 15 minutes, and the top ones looked, the ones on the higher shelf, were a bit more cooked than the little one on the bottom. So I just swapped those round. I'm going to leave them in for another perhaps 4 minutes. They're looking quite brown on top, partly because we use the mincemeat in it, so they're going to look a little darker. So I'm just thinking they're in their final minutes of cooking, and then they'll be out. And I forgot to say a minute ago that when I check these at 15 minutes, you don't want to check them before then, because you want to leave cakes in the oven a bit without opening the door so that they can rise. So try not to open the door sort of before 15 minutes at all. If it's a larger cake that you're doing, leave it shut for longer than that. Leave it for 20 minutes. Because these are little ones, after 15 minutes you should be alright. Right, I've just got the cakes out of the oven. I've just going to leave them on the cool rack for a bit to cool down. So they've risen up nice. Quite dark, but I'm hoping that's just because of the mincemeat, not because we've burnt them. So yeah, we'll see what they taste like in a bit. See if they taste like burnt or just taste hopefully like nice caramelised mincemeat, and also use the demerara sugar in there. So yeah, hopefully that should be a real nice cake. And yeah, and the little cake stand here too. To see if these were cooked, you just press the sponge, and if it bounces back, you know it's cooked. And with a smaller cake like this, you can see if it bounces back, or you can always just put a knife in, and if it comes out clean, you also know it's done. I'm just going to leave those in the tins for a minute until they've cooled down a bit, and once they're a bit more cool to touch, then I'll just transfer them onto the wrap. So I'll come back when they're ready to try. Right guys, we're back. The cakes have cooled, so I've taken them out of their tins. I'm just dusting them with a little icing sugar. I've got this little tea strainer that works well. If you haven't got a tea strainer, you can use a sieve. Just do that. Just sprinkle it on, and it just gives the cakes a nice little touch. Really covers up any burnt bits. But yeah, just makes them look really pretty. So there we go. There's a little heart one. So I look forward to giving that to my love when he gets home. And yeah, I'm just gonna tuck into one of these. Now, while these were cooling, I did the washing up. It's good to just go do something while the cakes are cooling, because yeah, I've burnt my mouth many a times being too eager with a hot cake. So just go busy yourself for half an hour. Wait till they've cooled, and then yeah, then try one, see what they're like. There we go. Just gonna tuck in. That's not a bad cake, that. That's good. Well, yeah. Give it a go if you fancy trying them. But I'm really pleased with those as a little cake to just throw together quickly.